Hey, Busy Bees. Today we are back with another book. The title of our book for today is Not Quite Snow White, written by Ashley Franklin, illustrated by Ebony Glenn. So we are in the month of February, and in the month of February, we celebrate Black History Month. So I thought that this would be a great story to be able to read, and I truly hope that you enjoy it as well. So let's pop open the book and let's fly through this adventure together. For Tamika, it was always the right time and place to dance and sing. Tamika had a hip-rolling happy dance, a swayful sad dance, a stomping mad dance, and a hair-flicking just because she felt fabulous dance. So I can see that she loves to dance. She sang high with the tweeting birds and low with the croaking frogs. She always shared her love of music and movement with an audience, stuffed and unstuffed. So, when they're talking about stuffed and unstuffed, what do you think they're talking about? I'm thinking they're talking about their stuffed animals, right? And unstuffed, here we have the birds, the tweeting birds, and also a little squirrel. Ooh, and over here we have some frogs, those croaking frogs, and bunnies, and another little squirrel. Tamika loved the stage. It was her perfect place. She was the star of every show, and she loved every show that she starred in. She had been a cucumber, a space cowgirl, a dinosaur, and her favorite part, a singing mermaid. Wow. She had different acting events that she starred in. On stage, Tamika felt like she could be anything or anyone she wanted to be. But on stage, Tamika felt like she could be anything or anyone she wanted to be. But she had never been a princess. Now she would finally have her chance. Ooh, I can see Snow White, the musical, auditions tomorrow. Tamika was so excited that she went to both days of auditions for the Snow White musical. On the first day, she arrived super early. She helped friends with their lines, kept count for the dancers, and shooed butterflies from nervous tummies so songs could be sung. Wow, she was such a helpful friend. After the audition, Tamika heard some of the other kids whispering, "She can't be Snow White. She's too tall. She's much too chubby. And she's too brown." Those are some horrible things said about Tamika. Tamika looked at her legs. They were long. Maybe the kids were right. A princess shouldn't be taller than her prince. Should she? She looked at her belly. Maybe what the kids said was true. She could not remember any chubby princesses. Tamika looked at her skin. She was brown. How could a girl with brown skin play a princess like Snow White? Could all those kids be wrong? Maybe she was wrong for wanting to be this princess. My goodness, that makes me very sad that Tamika's feeling that way. Tamika slouched and sucked in her belly. She tried pulling down her sleeves, but there was no getting around being brown. For the first time, she didn't feel like dancing or singing. Oh no. At dinner, Tamika didn't tap her feet or clang rhythms with her spoon. Is something wrong? Asked her mom. The other kids said I'm too tall, too chubby, and too brown. I'm not right for Snow White, said Tamika. You've got it all wrong, Mom said. You are tall enough, chubby enough, and brown enough to be a perfect princess. We are all thankful for our mamas, right? They help us all the time when we need it. Besides, said her dad, Snow White is just pretend. You've always been my real princess. You're just enough of all the right stuff. He kissed her forehead. Tamika smiled. Maybe her parents were on to something. At the audition the next day, Tamika watched all the other kids get on stage and do their best. There she is at the end of the line. It was Tamika's turn at last. She remembered what her parents had said, but her long legs were still a little jittery. She closed her eyes and imagined she was singing and dancing for her favorite audience of friends, stuffed and unstuffed. Then she remembered the joy she felt when performing. Tamika knew she could do it. Yes, you can, Tamika. And she did it. She shone like the star she was. She could act, she could dance, she could sing. She loved herself as much as she loved music and movement. There's our Tamika. Now she's back. Tamika was a perfectly poised princess. When her audition was over, Tamika looked out to smiling faces. Tamika wasn't too much of anything. Maybe she was just enough of all the right stuff. And that is the end of our book for today. What a beautiful story it was. The lesson to be learned is don't let anybody get you down with something that you love and you would like to do. Because we had Tamika who loved to sing and dance and act. And then she was faced up against students that didn't like those things and they began to pick on her. But with the help of her parents, she was able to do her very best and do the thing that she loved, which was awesome. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you'd like to follow along for more adventures, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you on the next one.